If you're over 60, there's a very good chance you've been told that walking is the safest, simplest, and most effective exercise you can do. And look, walking is great. It gets your legs moving, your heart pumping, and it keeps your body from slipping into that dangerous "I'm slowing down too much" cycle. But here's the surprising truth most people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s never hear. There is one single exercise that does far more for your strength, balance, joint protection, posture, metabolic health, and long-term independence than walking ever could. And it's so simple, so safe, and so surgeon approved that many orthopedic specialists actually recommend it to older patients before and after major surgeries. In fact, it's so underrated that when people finally learn it, they often say, "Why didn't anyone tell me this earlier?" So if you're over 60 and you want to stay strong, avoid injuries, protect your joints, move with confidence, and stay independent for as long as possible, you need to hear this. Because this one exercise isn't just better than walking. For many older adults, it's the difference between aging gracefully and aging painfully. Most people over 60 have been told the same thing again and again. Just walk. Walking is the best exercise for you. And while walking absolutely has its place, the truth is that it doesn't give your body what it actually needs to stay strong, steady, and capable as the years add up. Walking is comfortable, familiar, and easy to start, which is why it's recommended so often, but comfort doesn't always equal effectiveness. Once you hit your 60s, your body begins changing in ways that walking alone simply can't keep up with. Your muscles naturally shrink, your bones lose density, your joints become less stable, and even your balance starts to drift without you realizing it. Every step you take during a walk is basically the same small motion repeated again and again. It keeps you moving, yes, but it doesn't challenge your muscles enough to stop them from weakening. It doesn't push your joints to stabilize under real-life pressure. And it doesn't prepare your body for sudden movements, awkward positions, or the unexpected slips life throws at you. Think about your daily life for a moment. Getting out of a chair requires strength. Picking up a grandchild requires strength. Carrying grocery bags, lifting your luggage, climbing stairs, supporting yourself when you lose balance for a second, every one of these moments depends on strength, not casual movement. Walking doesn't train the muscles you rely on for these real-life tasks. It doesn't teach your body how to handle resistance. It doesn't force your joints to stabilize under load, and it doesn't build the kind of strength that keeps you safe as you get older. That's where walking falls short. It protects your heart, but it doesn't protect your independence. And independence is everything after 60. As you age, your body needs resistance to stay alive and active. Just moving isn't enough. Your muscles don't grow unless they're challenged. Your bones don't stay strong unless they feel pressure. Your balance doesn't improve unless your body is forced to stabilize. When surgeons and physical therapists look at patients in their 60s or 70s, they're not worried about how far the person can walk. They're worried about whether that person can get out of a chair without using their hands, whether they can catch themselves during a stumble, whether they can support their own body weight without wobbling. These abilities determine whether you stay independent or whether everyday tasks slowly start slipping away. And if walking was enough to maintain all that, surgeons wouldn't constantly prescribe strength-based exercises before and after surgery. They know walking doesn't build the foundation, it just keeps the surface active. You've probably felt this yourself without even realizing it. Maybe you walk regularly, but you still struggle when climbing steps. Maybe you feel strong during a walk, but notice your knees shake when you try to lift something. Maybe you never lose breath during a walk, but feel weak in your legs when getting off the floor. These gaps appear because walking works your endurance, but not your power. Your body needs both. And past 60, power matters even more because power is what keeps you safe. Power lets you catch yourself. Power helps you react quickly. Power helps you stay balanced when something unexpected happens. Walking is too gentle to train that. Another issue is that walking doesn't strengthen the muscles that support your joints. Your knees, hips, and ankles depend on strong surrounding muscles to stay aligned and protected. When those muscles weaken, the joints take on more stress than they're built for. That's when pain starts showing up. That's when arthritis feels worse. That's when people start avoiding movement because it hurts too much. And once you avoid movement, everything declines even faster. Walking doesn't build the muscles that protect your knees during real-life movements like sitting, lifting, bending, stepping sideways, or standing on one leg. That's why many older adults walk for years and still end up with weak knees or unstable hips. They're moving, but they're not strengthening. And this is exactly why this single surgeon-approved exercise outperforms walking for people over 60. It targets the muscles that keep you steady. It challenges your body enough to stop muscle loss. It forces your joints to support you correctly, and it builds the kind of resilience that walking simply can't offer. Surgeons recommend it because they see the difference firsthand. Patients who do this exercise recover faster, stay steadier on their feet, and maintain independence longer than those who rely on walking alone. This one exercise gives your body the strength it needs to stay in control, the stability it needs to handle everyday tasks, and the confidence you need to move without fear of falling or injuring yourself. The biggest misconception is that being active automatically means being strong. But you can walk 10,000 steps a day and still lose muscle. You can walk every morning and still struggle with balance. You can walk for an hour and still have weak legs. Activity is not strength, and aging demands strength. Strength protects your bones, boosts your metabolism, keeps you mobile, reduces joint pain, and prevents the #1 threat to older adults: falls. Walking may keep your heart healthy, but strength training keeps your whole life healthy. And once you understand that difference, everything changes. So while walking will always be a good habit, it should never be your main strategy if you're trying to age strong. Your body needs more, and the exercise we're talking about delivers exactly what walking can't. It's safe, simple, controlled, gentle on the joints, and so effective that specialists use it as a foundation for older adults who want to stay active. If you're over 60 and you want to move with confidence, maintain your independence, reduce pain, and avoid injuries, this one exercise gives you far more long-term protection than walking ever will.
After you hit 60, your body starts changing in ways that can catch even the most active people off guard. And one of the biggest changes is muscle loss. This isn't just about looking less toned or losing that fit appearance you remember from younger years. It's about function, strength, balance, and safety. Your muscles are your body's engine. They control movement, protect your joints, and keep you stable. Once you start losing them, everything from getting out of a chair to climbing stairs to catching yourself when you stumble becomes harder. It's a process called sarcopenia, and it's completely normal, but it's also something that you can fight if you know how to challenge your body the right way. After age 30, we naturally start losing 3 to 5% of our muscle per decade. That might seem slow, but by the time you reach 60 or 70, the cumulative effect becomes obvious. Weak muscles mean weaker joints, slower reflexes, less endurance, and a higher risk of falling, which is the #1 cause of serious injury among older adults. The truth is, walking alone can't stop this decline because it doesn't put enough stress on your muscles to make them grow or even maintain their current size. Walking is repetitive, low resistance, and mostly uses the same movement patterns over and over, which is why your body eventually adapts to it and stops improving. You can take thousands of steps a day, but if your muscles aren't being challenged, they will continue to shrink and weaken. That's why many people over 60 feel fine during a stroll, but struggle with everyday tasks that require strength, like lifting a heavy bag, standing from a low chair, or climbing a flight of stairs without getting winded. Muscle isn't just about moving weight or looking strong, it's also about protecting your bones. As we age, bones naturally lose density, which can lead to osteoporosis. Strong muscles act like a shield, taking pressure off the joints and bones while also improving your balance. The more muscle you have, the less stress your joints experience, and the lower your risk of fractures from falls. That's why surgeons and physical therapists emphasize strength-building exercises for older adults. They know that if your muscles are strong, your bones and joints are safer, your posture improves, and your body can handle the daily challenges of life without injury. When muscles weaken, your risk of falls skyrockets because your body can't respond quickly enough to maintain balance. Even simple movements like bending over to pick something up or turning quickly to avoid an obstacle become risky. Weak muscles reduce your stability and slow your reaction time, making a minor slip potentially dangerous. Another important point is that muscle loss affects metabolism. Muscle tissue burns more calories at rest than fat does, so the less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism becomes. This can lead to weight gain, which puts additional strain on joints and can exacerbate age-related health issues like diabetes and heart disease. Maintaining muscle isn't just about strength, it's also about keeping your body efficient, healthy, and able to recover from illness or injury. When you lose muscle, you also lose functional strength, which is the ability to do everyday activities without assistance. Functional strength includes lifting, carrying, pushing, pulling, and even maintaining posture for long periods. If your muscles are weak, you may find yourself avoiding these activities, which accelerates decline and reduces your independence. By the time many people reach their late 60s or 70s, they may rely on assistive devices or the help of others simply because they didn't address muscle loss earlier, even if they stayed active with walking or other low-intensity activities. Here's the crucial piece. It's never too late to reverse or slow muscle loss. Targeted exercises that challenge your muscles through resistance and controlled movement can rebuild strength, improve balance, and protect your joints. These exercises don't require heavy weights or complicated equipment. Even simple movements done correctly and consistently can stimulate muscle growth and maintenance. Surgeons and rehabilitation specialists recommend exercises that mimic real-life movements because that's what keeps your body strong for daily activities. It's not about lifting maximum weight in a gym, it's about strengthening the muscles you use to live independently, move safely, and enjoy life without fear of injury. Older adults who commit to strength-building exercises often notice dramatic improvements. They can carry groceries more easily, rise from chairs without using their hands, climb stairs without fatigue, and recover from minor slips without falling. These are all signs that your muscles are doing their job, protecting your body, and keeping you resilient. Another factor to consider is how muscle interacts with balance and coordination. Strong muscles allow you to stabilize your body during unexpected movements. If you lose muscle mass, even small shifts in your center of gravity can throw you off balance. That's why older adults who only walk but don't build strength are more prone to falls, even if they feel fit and active. Walking alone doesn't challenge your stabilizer muscles or force your body to react to shifting weight or uneven surfaces. Strength exercises engage these muscles and help retrain your nervous system to maintain balance, which is essential for avoiding falls and injuries. This kind of functional training is what makes the difference between moving safely and moving cautiously, and it's why doctors emphasize strength over simple cardio for older adults. By focusing on exercises that build muscle and stability, you protect your future mobility, reduce the risk of fractures, and gain the confidence to move freely without fear of injury. Ultimately, understanding how quickly muscle declines after 60 is key to taking action before it affects your independence. Muscle loss is gradual but relentless, and waiting too long makes recovery harder. The body responds best when it's challenged consistently with exercises that target the major muscle groups, improve balance, and mimic real-life movements. Doing so not only preserves strength, but also improves posture, coordination, and joint stability. It also enhances your overall quality of life, allowing you to enjoy activities you love without limitations. When older adults realize that maintaining and even increasing muscle mass is more important than just walking, they unlock a level of vitality, independence, and confidence that walking alone cannot provide. Strength is the foundation of healthy aging, and building it deliberately after 60 is the most effective way to stay active, safe, and fully in control of your body.
The reason this exercise is so highly recommended by surgeons and physical therapists is because it addresses one of the most critical issues that adults over 60 face: protecting joints, maintaining mobility, and preventing injuries. As we age, our joints naturally become less flexible, cartilage can wear down, and the muscles surrounding those joints weaken, which all contributes to instability and pain. Walking helps keep blood flowing and maintain some level of mobility, but it doesn't strengthen the muscles around your joints enough to shield them from strain or injury. That's why surgeons often emphasize specific exercises that not only build muscle, but also support joint health. They've seen countless patients who walked regularly yet still struggled with knee, hip, or ankle problems because walking alone doesn't provide the targeted support needed to keep joints strong and stable. This particular exercise, on the other hand, strengthens the muscles that stabilize your knees, hips, and core. By doing so, it reduces the pressure on those joints during everyday activities like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or bending to pick something up. It acts almost like internal armor for your body, giving your joints the protection they need to handle both routine and unexpected movements. Another reason surgeons love this exercise is that it can be adapted to almost any fitness level. Many older adults are intimidated by traditional strength training, thinking that lifting weights or doing high-intensity workouts is unsafe. That fear is understandable, but the beauty of this exercise is that it is low impact, controlled, and safe when performed correctly. It doesn't require a gym or expensive equipment, and it can be done in the comfort of your own home. The controlled nature of the movement ensures that you're engaging the right muscles without putting undue stress on your joints, which is why it's often prescribed for patients recovering from surgery or dealing with arthritis. Even for individuals who haven't exercised consistently for years, it provides a safe way to rebuild strength, increase stability, and regain confidence in their mobility. Surgeons and rehab specialists know that compliance is key. If the exercise is intimidating or painful, people won't stick with it. This exercise is effective precisely because it's simple, approachable, and yet delivers results that walking simply cannot match. One of the most impressive benefits of this exercise is its ability to improve balance and coordination. After 60, balance becomes a critical factor in daily life. Every small stumble or misstep carries a higher risk of falling, which can lead to fractures, long hospital stays, and a prolonged loss of independence. Walking does little to challenge your body's ability to stabilize itself in dynamic situations. The exercise I'm talking about forces your muscles to work together in a coordinated way, engaging stabilizers that aren't used during simple walking. This helps train your nervous system and muscles to respond more effectively when your balance is challenged, reducing your risk of falls. It's why surgeons frequently recommend it to patients who have had hip replacements, knee surgeries, or even minor injuries. Strengthening and stabilizing your joints before or after surgery can significantly speed up recovery, improve outcomes, and prevent further injuries. Another point worth mentioning is how this exercise supports overall mobility and functional strength. Functional strength is the kind of strength that allows you to perform everyday tasks efficiently and safely. It's not about lifting heavy weights in the gym or achieving a certain physique. It's about making it easier to carry groceries, get in and out of cars, rise from chairs, climb stairs, and maintain good posture. Walking helps maintain cardiovascular health, but it doesn't build the specific strength required for these real-life movements. This exercise targets multiple muscle groups simultaneously, including the lower body, core, and sometimes even the upper body depending on the variation, making you stronger in the motions you actually use every day. Surgeons see the impact of this functional improvement all the time. Patients who incorporate this exercise regain independence faster, experience less joint pain, and are less likely to rely on walking aids or assistance from others. It's essentially a proactive measure to ensure that your body can handle the physical demands of life, even as it ages. What makes this exercise particularly surgeon-approved is that it doesn't just help with strength and mobility, but it also promotes joint health by encouraging proper alignment and movement patterns. As joints age, improper movement or repetitive strain can exacerbate pain or lead to degenerative conditions. This exercise teaches your body to move correctly, strengthening the muscles that support proper joint alignment. Strong, well-aligned joints are less prone to wear and tear, which is crucial for older adults who want to avoid surgeries or lengthy recovery periods. Surgeons recommend it because it reduces the risk of future injuries, protects vulnerable joints, and enhances long-term mobility. It's preventative medicine in motion, strengthening your body in ways that go beyond what walking can offer. Finally, one of the most valuable aspects of this exercise is its long-term impact on independence. Maintaining independence is one of the most important goals for anyone over 60, and it depends on a combination of strength, stability, and confidence in your body's abilities. Walking alone can maintain some mobility, but it does not provide the level of protection and functional strength required to handle life's challenges safely. This exercise, on the other hand, equips your body with the strength and stability to move freely, recover from minor slips, and perform everyday activities without assistance. Surgeons and physical therapists often see patients transform not just physically, but psychologically, gaining confidence and reducing fear of falling or injury.
This combination of joint protection, functional strength, and stability is why it's considered superior to walking for older adults and why it's widely recommended by medical professionals for those looking to maintain a healthy, active, and independent lifestyle.
One of the biggest advantages of this exercise is how dramatically it improves your ability to perform everyday activities. After 60, it's not just about exercising for appearance or cardiovascular health. It's about function. Functional strength is what allows you to get out of a chair without using your hands, carry groceries without straining your back, climb stairs without fatigue, and even bend over to pick up something off the floor safely. Walking can keep your heart healthy and your legs moving, but it doesn't provide the kind of muscle activation or joint engagement needed to make these everyday movements easier. When you practice this specific exercise, you're targeting the muscles that are actually used during the daily activities that matter most. You're strengthening your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and core in a way that directly translates to lifting, standing, balancing, and reaching. That's why many physical therapists emphasize this movement for older adults. They've seen patients who walk miles every week, but still struggle with functional tasks because walking simply doesn't challenge the muscles responsible for stability and power. By focusing on this exercise, you train your body for real-life situations, making routine tasks easier and reducing the risk of injury. It's not just about building muscle, it's about building usable strength that improves quality of life. Another remarkable aspect is how it improves balance and reduces the likelihood of falls, which is one of the biggest threats to older adults. Balance is not something you maintain automatically. It's a skill that relies on strength, coordination, and awareness of your body in space. Walking helps to a degree, but it is predictable and repetitive, so your stabilizing muscles are not fully challenged. This exercise forces your body to work in ways that mimic real-life scenarios where balance is required, like stepping over obstacles, leaning to reach something, or quickly shifting weight to avoid a stumble. Strengthening these stabilizing muscles allows you to react faster and more effectively when your center of gravity shifts unexpectedly. Falls can result in fractures, long hospital stays, and loss of independence. And the reality is that most falls are preventable. By consistently performing this exercise, you improve not only your strength, but your proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space, which is critical for safe, confident movement. It also enhances joint health in a way that walking alone cannot. Over time, weak muscles put extra strain on your knees, hips, and lower back, leading to pain and degeneration. Walking is low impact, so it's gentle on joints, but that gentleness comes at a cost. It doesn't strengthen the muscles around the joints sufficiently to reduce stress on them during more demanding activities. This exercise engages the muscles that stabilize and protect the joints, effectively acting as an internal support system. Stronger muscles around your knees, hips, and ankles take pressure off ligaments and cartilage, reducing pain and minimizing the risk of injury. Surgeons often prescribe this exercise to patients both before and after joint surgeries because it helps strengthen the surrounding muscles, making recovery faster and outcomes better. Even without surgery, this exercise provides ongoing protection, helping to maintain mobility and comfort as you age. The cumulative effect is remarkable: stronger, more resilient joints, less discomfort, and more confidence moving through life. Another key benefit is the improvement in posture and core strength. Poor posture often develops gradually over the years due to muscle imbalances and weak core muscles. Walking alone does little to correct these imbalances because it primarily uses the legs in a repetitive forward motion and engages the core only minimally. This exercise, however, engages the deep core muscles, glutes, and stabilizers along the spine. Over time, strengthening these muscles improves posture, reducing strain on the back and shoulders, and decreasing the risk of chronic pain. A strong core also contributes directly to balance and stability, making all your movements, from standing to bending to reaching, safer and more efficient. Good posture also affects breathing and circulation, enhancing overall vitality and energy levels, which is especially important for older adults aiming to maintain independence and quality of life. Additionally, this exercise improves endurance in a functional sense. While walking increases cardiovascular endurance, it does not build muscular endurance in the areas you rely on for daily activities. This exercise trains your muscles to perform repeated movements with proper form without fatiguing quickly. That means you can carry a load, climb stairs or perform chores around the house without your legs giving out or your back tensing. It's about building stamina where it truly counts, allowing you to live life without constantly feeling drained or limited. Older adults who adopt this exercise often notice that tasks they once found tiring or difficult suddenly become manageable, giving them a sense of freedom and confidence they may not have felt in years. Another critical aspect is that this exercise strengthens the muscles responsible for mobility in multiple planes of movement, unlike walking, which is mostly linear. Life is rarely linear. You twist, bend, lean, step sideways, and reach in countless directions throughout the day. Without strength in these multi-directional movements, you become more prone to awkward slips, strains, and injuries. By training your body in these patterns, this exercise enhances coordination, reduces compensatory movements that can cause pain, and prepares your body for unpredictable scenarios. It is essentially training your body to handle the real demands of life, keeping you agile, confident, and less dependent on assistance. It is this direct translation from exercise to everyday capability that makes it so effective, essential, and recommended by experts who understand the challenges of aging.
Building resilience through targeted exercise is one of the most powerful ways to age gracefully and maintain independence after 60. Resilience isn't just a mental concept. It's a physical reality that determines how well your body can handle stress, recover from minor injuries, and adapt to changes that naturally come with aging. As we grow older, our muscles weaken, our joints stiffen, and our bones lose density, making even simple movements more challenging and increasing the risk of falls or injuries. While walking helps maintain cardiovascular health and keeps you moving, it doesn't provide the kind of full-body engagement needed to strengthen the muscles that protect you, stabilize your joints, and allow you to respond effectively to unexpected situations. That's where this one surgeon-approved exercise comes in. It doesn't just build strength, it builds resilience, the ability to move safely, recover quickly, and remain independent even as your body changes over time. By consistently performing this exercise, older adults can maintain the capacity to live life on their own terms, avoiding the slow decline that often accompanies age when the body isn't challenged appropriately. Resilience in older adults is multifaceted. It involves muscular strength, joint stability, balance, and coordination. Without these elements, everyday tasks that younger people take for granted, like bending to pick up a dropped object, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or standing up from a chair, become risky or exhausting. This exercise strengthens the muscle groups that directly support these movements. Strong muscles act like a natural shock absorber, taking pressure off your joints, preventing falls, and helping your body recover more quickly from minor missteps. This is why surgeons often recommend this exercise for patients recovering from surgery or injuries. It builds a foundation that keeps the body safer and more capable. Unlike walking, which primarily improves endurance, this exercise targets both stability and power, which are crucial for resilience. Power allows you to react quickly, stability keeps you balanced, and together they help you remain independent and confident in your movements. Another important aspect of resilience is injury prevention. Older adults are at a higher risk of fractures, sprains, and strains because the combination of weaker muscles, stiffer joints, and slower reflexes makes it harder to respond to sudden changes in balance. Walking is safe and low impact, but it doesn't adequately prepare your body for unexpected events, like a slip or a sudden shift in weight. This exercise strengthens the stabilizing muscles around your knees, hips, and core, creating a protective framework that reduces the likelihood of injury. By reinforcing the body's natural support structures, you essentially give yourself a safety net. The stronger and more responsive your muscles are, the less likely you are to experience debilitating injuries, and the more quickly you can recover if something does happen. Surgeons and rehabilitation specialists have seen the difference in patients who incorporate this type of exercise into their routines. They experience fewer falls, faster recovery times, and better overall mobility than those who rely solely on walking or low-intensity activity. Functional strength is another key component of resilience. It is the ability to perform real-life activities safely and efficiently. Walking keeps you moving, but it doesn't prepare your body for the multi-directional movements that daily life demands. Reaching, bending, twisting, lifting, and stepping sideways all require muscles and joints to work together in coordinated ways.
This exercise trains your body in these functional patterns, improving your ability to move confidently in multiple directions. That means you can navigate stairs, climb into vehicles, or carry items with less effort and reduced risk of injury. Functional strength directly contributes to your independence, allowing you to handle everyday challenges without relying on others or giving up activities you enjoy. It also boosts your confidence, which is a crucial psychological component of resilience. Knowing that your body is capable of handling what life throws at it changes the way you approach movement and daily tasks, reducing fear and hesitation. Another reason this exercise builds resilience is that it engages the core and stabilizing muscles that are often neglected in older adults. A strong core is essential for balance, posture, and efficient movement. Weak core muscles lead to compensatory patterns that increase strain on the back, hips, and knees, making you more susceptible to pain and injury. By targeting these muscles, this exercise improves posture, strengthens stabilizers, and enhances coordination. It teaches your body to move efficiently, maintain alignment, and recover from shifts in balance, which is critical for preventing falls and injuries. Core strength also supports better breathing, circulation, and overall endurance, which further contributes to your ability to stay active and resilient as you age. The combination of core engagement and lower body strength makes you less fragile and more capable of handling the physical demands of everyday life. Resilience also encompasses recovery and adaptability. As we age, our bodies recover more slowly from exertion, injury, or illness. Building muscle and stability through this exercise enhances recovery by improving circulation, maintaining mobility, and strengthening tissues that are prone to weakness. It also trains your body to adapt to different stresses. For example, stepping onto an uneven surface, bending to lift an object, or reacting to a minor stumble all require your muscles to respond quickly and appropriately. This exercise conditions your body to handle these unpredictable events, which is a critical aspect of resilience. Older adults who practice it regularly often notice that they move with more confidence, recover faster from minor aches or strains, and feel more capable of handling the unexpected. Surgeons and rehabilitation specialists have seen the difference in patients who incorporate this type of exercise into their routines. They experience fewer falls, faster recovery times, and better overall mobility than those who rely solely on walking or low-intensity activity.